Hello everyone, welcome to Guitar Safari. How y'all doing? Anyways, we've got another unboxing here. It's crazy. Lots of trays, lots of deals, lots of guitars. Let's crack. Yeah, lots of people will clean that up later. Anyways, check it out. It's a really nice ESP gig bag. I have a lot of these. Yeah, so let's check it out. It's got some weight. Get that out of the way. There we go. That does it? Yeah. These are nice gig bags though. Ooh. Well, I think we got some, probably got some information for it in here. Yeah. All your information about the guitar. Well, not all the information, but sometimes there could be accessories put there. They probably say you'll need to check for no accessories to give to Mr. Oz. Oh, yeah. Nice. Boom. Oh yeah, man. Woohoo. Check it out. It's another ESP Edwards Les Paul and it's chunky. Oh yeah, this has got some weight. This is the ESP Edwards John Sykes signature model. I'll find the specs in a sec, but it's obviously a mahogany body, probably with a maple cap or top or whatever. Ebony fingerboard. Frets look like jumbo frets, but they look good. The neck is super chunky on this bad boy. I love it already. I don't know what year. Oh, this is a pre-serial number Edwards. Yeah, which is cool. Grover tuners. Whoa, yeah, Grover tuners. Seymour Duncan Pickups. This has got chrome hardware. It's got the multi-ply, multi binding. You know, your probably Tone Pros or Gotoh bridge on it. Bone nut by the look of it. This thing feels nice. Yeah. Just probably my favorite shape of guitars from a long time ago is the Les Paul. And why that is, you know, Ace Frehley, you know, Jimmy Page, you know, Billy Gibbons, definitely Ace Frehley. And when I was growing up, as another little story, I was obsessed with Les Paul copies. Obviously, I couldn't afford a Gibson Les Paul. And whatchamacallit? So I would get like, I remember I had one, it was a red Les Paul copy called Taro. That was a really nice guitar. I'm not sure if that was my first Les Paul copy. And I sold that for a little bit more money so I could afford another one. I think I had 2 or 3. I remember I had a Man Les Paul Custom. And that was a great guitar. I had that for a long time, actually, up until I was playing in the Rush tribute band. Just an eyeball. But yeah, I have a thing for Les Paul shapes. I don't know what it is. Like I say, because I grew up in that era with Kiss and Jimmy Page and a lot of guys were playing Les Pauls, it's just like, oh, you know, I'd always dream. And I used to go to this pawn shop in Vancouver. Here's another story. And it was called San Francisco Pawnbrokers, and it was downtown on Hastings Street, and there was a butcher shop. So when my parents would go down there shopping or to the butcher's, and there was an Army and Navy clothing shop or something there, and we used to go down on a Saturday or whatever day it was. And immediately in the pawn shop, I think there was cameras and stuff on one side. On the other side was all guitars and effects and amps. And oh man, they had a lot of Man guitars, Raven guitars. They were made by Ibanez, I think, back in the day. And a lot of Les Paul copies. And they had a window. I might have a picture of it somewhere, an old picture. I'll try and put it up. And I used to look in the window, and I just stand there forever looking at, you know, and in those days they didn't have all, you know, I don't even know if they had multi-effects, but, you know, they probably had Boss pedals and MXR and electro harmonics, stuff like that, you know, in the window. And I would just be in awe, and they'd have guitars hanging up in the window. And I could be there forever looking at it. And then I'd go inside and I'd, you know, play a couple guitars or amps or whatever. And, you know, I was probably between the ages of 10 and 13 or 14, roughly. You know, I kept going there, and it was magical. And the Les Pauls were my favorite guitars. This is nice. It's got good shape. I think this would be about 2006, but let's tune it up and plug it in. everyone, we're back with the John Sykes guitar. Well, I've been playing it through a couple of amps and some plugins, and it sounds absolutely phenomenal. Geez, like I say, this is a wild guitar. One thing I'll say, this is a chunky guitar, like a real Gibson Les Paul. Like, I own, I don't know, 6 or 7 Edwards, and they're all fantastic guitars. They all have different necks. Most of them have Seymour Duncan Pickups. And this one sounds fantastic. It's got a massive neck on it, and I like that. I'm not into thin necks, not really anyways, only for shredding, like on shredder guitars. But this is really chunky. The pickups sound amazing. It's in really nice shape. Like I say, this is pre-serial number because there's no serial number on the back. So I think that's 2004 or before, but I'll look it up. So I just really love the guitar. So let's have some of the specs about this guitar. So it's the ESP Edwards John Sykes model. John Sykes is a famous guitarist. I'm pretty sure he played with Whitesnake, and yeah, I can't remember what other bands, but I'll put it in the description or below. You know, like I say, I can't remember everything, but I just love the way it's got the chrome hardware and the mirror pickguard, and yeah, scratch plate and poker chip is really cool on the pickups. It says Les Paul Custom John Sykes model, black JS finish, made in Japan, a non-serial number. That's right. So we got Seymour Duncan Pickups. It's got a real maple top. It's got a real maple top. Cap, mahogany back, it says mahogany neck, and Pearloid block inlays, which is totally cool. Looks fantastic in person. Long tenon, that's really important, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But 22 frets with binding. So we've got a Seymour Duncan SH6 in the neck, which is killer, and a Seymour Duncan SHB for bridge, I guess. Chrome hardware, mirror pickguard, Gotoh tuners, SG301, 04 or whatever that is. Bone nut. Tune-o-Matic is Gotoh. What else can I say? Man. This guitar is phenomenal. It's chunky, like it's heavy. It doesn't bother me. I don't know, people cry like babies about, guitar's too heavy, I can't hold it. Well, go to the gym or start lifting some weights or do some stretching. That's what I do. I don't care. I've been playing Les Pauls my whole life. I toured with Les Pauls in my bands, and I did switch to an Eclipse after a while, because, but yeah, man. Like I say, these guitars are phenomenal for the money. Just phenomenal. Like I say, I love this. It's a pre-serial number, which is pretty rare, but man, it weighs a ton. It's got some wear on the pickup cover. I don't know if I'll change that. Maybe one day, but it's just, I have so much to do that I couldn't be bothered. And it's got a little bit of aging on it too. The binding has actually gone a little bit yellow on the cutaway there and on the side. But I absolutely love this guitar. And like I said, I've got a few Edwards guitars lately, and they're absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal guitars for the money. Like they're so cheap compared to Gibsons. I mean, I love Gibsons. I compared to my Gibson Les Paul, and I don't really think there's much of a difference except the name on the headstock. And I love the headstock on this, and everything seems nice about it. And the bone nut is good. The neck is huge, which is cool, you know. Whatever. It's not going to stop me from buying or playing a guitar or trading for it. It's got a lot of wear. Well, it's got some buckle rush. Not a lot, actually, when I look. Not a lot when I look in the light. But it's just a really beautiful guitar. I'd say its weight. I need to scale it to weigh it. I'd say it's easily 10 pounds. Maybe even more. Reminds me of like the old 70s or 80s Les Pauls. I got a few of those in there, like super heavy. It doesn't bother me though. Whatever, man. But this thing is a tone monster, and it shreds. I love the Edwards headstock. Tuners are great. I thought they were Grovers, but they're Gotoh, I think. But they're pretty much the same and seem to hold tune. The other thing, the strings are new on it. Say the person I got it off, always put new strings and set it up, and it's perfectly set up. The action is pretty low. I haven't touched it. Usually on a Les Paul, you don't have the action too low, so you can bend on it. Frets are probably medium, you know, medium jumbo, but you know, you can bend fine on it. Oh, and I'll say it over and over and over. This is like a proper Les Paul custom, like Gibson. But yeah, Edwards, you know, I got a few Edwards lately, and I've had some from before. And I just have to say they're phenomenal guitars for the money. And, you know, like I say, they definitely can compete with Gibson, and they're just phenomenal. So what are my final thoughts on the ESP Edwards Les Paul Custom John Sykes model? Wow, this thing is killer, man. Wow, I love the knobs. Whatever they call them, the knobs. I don't know if they really fit the guitar, but say it's got the silver or nickel hardware. It's not gold. It's just really cool. It's starting to, and I don't have a Les Paul, I don't think, with this type of, whatchamacallit, with the hardware, that color, silver or nickel or whatever you want to call it. So that's really cool. They're pretty rare guitars, these. It's just quality, man. I mean, you wouldn't know the difference with a real Les Paul custom, you know? Like some Les Paul customs, I've had some 70s Les Paul customs, and I didn't really like the necks on those. I don't know. That was a bit weird. Like, they were nice guitars, but the necks are really thin. This neck is super chunky. It's like a 58 neck almost, and I can live with that. I love it. Necks don't really bother me on guitars. I mean, if it's a shredder guitar and it's got a big, huge, massive neck, then, well, yeah. I mean, this is like a classic rock, you know, but you can use it for metal. I mean, the tones are just phenomenal on it, and like I say, I'm a huge Les Paul fan, and, you know, I do own some Les Paul customs and standards and some deluxes too. But these are great guitars. And sometimes used guitars, this is a used guitar, I think it's before 2004, pre-serial number. But sometimes used guitars are good. I've probably said it many times. New guitars are good too. Just depends what your preference is or how you feel. And with a used guitar, you know, this is actually, it's only got the wear really on the pickup ring. Other than that, it's pretty clean, you know. When a guitar's been played, whether it's been played a lot or a little, but it's been played, you know, someone loved it and they played it for a reason. And sometimes guitars that are really worn sound better than guitars that haven't been played. It's just a really weird kind of myth or thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this guitar, man, oh, it weighs an absolute ton, but it's a gorgeous guitar. So you got the back. It's got a few scratches. I thought it had some buckle rash, but it doesn't. It's just some scratches. Someone probably did have a belt or something, but it's actually not that bad. And it just, I love the ebony fretboard. I love the neck. The tuner seems to stay in tune pretty good. Like I said, there's new strings on it. So yeah, that's just a little demo of this beautiful guitar. I don't know when it'll come out, but I'm finally feeling better. I've been sick for quite a while, off and on actually. I was sick kind of with the flu, and then I got better, and then it kind of came back. It's been rough, so apologies for not uploading anything, but yeah, this is phenomenal. Anyways, I just want to say thanks for subscribing. Please smash the like button, and yeah, check out all my videos. There's tons of cool stuff if you're into guitars. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, everyone.